So today I am with a Jaguar XF. So welcome to my Jaguar XF review. I'm very happy that I'm able to drive this car today. Thank you to the owner, by the way, for lending me your vehicle. We should just go for a little drive then. This car feels so big. It's crazy how big this car feels. I think it's about 5 meters long, so it is longer, and I think also a little bit wider than my Lexus. And the Lexus is not a small car, it's like a medium sedan size car. Now let's give it a little bit of juice and see what happens when I kick down. Kick down! Okay, yeah, it does accelerate. It's not crazy or anything, it's not crazy fast, but it's fast enough. The 0 to 60 time in this car, by the way, this is the 3-liter V6 engine with, I believe, 238 horsepower. Should be able to do the 0 to 60, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 8 seconds, maybe a little less than 8 seconds. Top speed is also somewhere around 238, 240 kilometers an hour, but the engine sound when you accelerate is also pretty nice. It's not like a very aggressive sound, it's more like a deep sort of. This is a Jaguar, by the way, so a cat, right? Get it? Get it? The kitten purrs, she really does. So this Jaguar XF was designed in the Whitley Design headquarters in Coventry, United Kingdom. So this truly is a British car. And you know, ever since Jeremy Clarkson said that thing on Top Gear about Jaguars, I don't know what he exactly said, but he said something like, doesn't matter what you do or what's going on, if you can say you're driving a Jag, then everything just sounds pretty awesome. Just like, I'm going to drive my Jag.
The sort of person who would go away for a weekend with his wife to a hotel, some romantic place, and spend the entire night flirting outrageously with a waitress, and it's okay because he's got a Jag.
That's a Jag, Tom. You can get away with anything. I'm terribly sorry, I ran over your dog. Oh, in my Jag.
Oh, we have a little bit of open road here. Let's hear the kitten purr. I'm driving in the normal mode, by the way, now, not the sport mode. So anyway, more facts about this car. It was released in the Frankfurt Motor Show in 2007, I believe. This model that I'm driving right now is the pre-facelift model. It is from 2009, I believe, this car. I think the design of this car is very elegant, very chic, but it's also a moderately aggressive design without being too overly aggressive, in my opinion. I think the car walks a fine line between being aggressive and being sort of a gentleman. It's like an aggressive gentleman. This car really feels more like a cruiser, not the kind of car that you want to throw into corners. I mean, maybe it can do it, I'm not going to try, but this is just the kind of car that is just like really just comfortable to cruise. Also, the revs are so low in this car. Right now I'm doing almost 80 kilometers an hour and it's revving at about 1200. I mean, the steering is sort of direct. You can definitely feel what the car is doing. So if you do this, then the car starts swerving pretty fast. So it's not like the steering is really that vague. It's just that the car feels so big that you just don't really want to do that. It's sort of like you're driving the Titanic. You don't want to be drifting the Titanic through corners, do you? At least I don't want to do that. Funny thing to mention, a special version of the XF Diesel was announced in 2009 for the UK police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. The British cops were actually driving this car around 2010 in the XF Diesel, obviously. Jeez, man, this air conditioning is really cold. My hands are starting to freeze. Of course, there was a variety of engines with the XF. There also was a 3-liter SC model with 340 horsepower. There's also a V8 with, I believe, a 4.2-liter V8. And there's even a V8 with 550 horsepower. So, yeah, that must be really damn quick. About the interior in this car, there are some baby seats in the back, so as you can tell, the owner has kids. So the interior obviously is very, very classy and very Jaguar-like. I especially like the Jaguar emblem on the steering wheel. That's just looking at you and growling at you like, let me roar! Come on, gentlemen, let me roar a little bit. I'm anxious to roar. And then you go like, roar! Oh, the car behind me is getting anxious. I mean, you're allowed to do 60 here, but obviously he wants to do a lot more. But the thing is, I don't need to race him because I'm in the Jag. I have nothing to prove to this man. Also, the dash is very long before the actual hood starts, and that also contributes to the fact that this car feels very sort of, I mean, visibility is pretty good. I'm not saying visibility is bad, but just the overall feeling of how large this car is, to me, I don't really get the feeling where the car starts and where the car ends. Another cool thing that I wanted to show you guys is when you start the car, the vents, they sort of pop open in a very sort of delicate, chic way. So I'm gonna need to film this with my phone. Stop button, and then you go like, oh, look at that. I mean, yeah, it's a gimmick, I know, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, I normally don't do trunks in my car reviews, but in this car it would be nice to show a little bit of the trunk space, because it actually has a decent trunk. Quite deep. I'm not gonna try, but I think you would definitely could fit a person in there. So I mean, hey, if you ever want to abduct somebody and you need a car for doing that, I think this Jag works. Also weird, this car does not have a backup camera. I mean, I would have expected it to have a backup camera, but it doesn't. And second of all, it doesn't have built-in navigation. And the owner told me as well, like, he was also surprised that there's no built-in navigation. So yeah, conclusion about this Jaguar XF. I think if you're looking for a car that is obviously luxurious, drives very well, has enough power, and is not like the standard BMW. In all fairness, this Jaguar does stand out. It's not like a super exclusive car or anything, but it's also not the ordinary luxurious sedan car. If you want something that is just a little bit different and just a little bit British, then hey, Jaguar XF just might be your thing. About pricing, here in the Netherlands, they start at around 13,000 euros with high mileage. And if you're looking for like a little bit newer model with low mileage, then I guess they start at around 20,000 euros, going up to maybe 40,000 euros. But I guess for the money, if you would buy a car like this on the second-hand market right now, I guess you get a lot of value for your money. But maybe they'll get one with built-in navigation and a backup camera, because I do think, especially a backup camera and built-in navigation in a car like this, it's kind of lame if you don't have that. So yeah, this was the first car review since a while, right? I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to do one again, because it was about time. I hope you guys liked this review. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm gonna do more car reviews in the future, so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, see you in the next video. Peace!